Hi everybody, we are back again for another volunteer interview. This week we are with Marta Rocci from Marta Rocci Photography. Hi Marta, how are you doing? Great.
I'm good. How are you guys? Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. So if you are watching, please do give us a comment in the comments and let us know that you're watching. And if you're watching a bit later on replay, then do give us a hashtag replay in the comments so that we can see and so that other people can see. That would be amazing if you could do that. So everybody knows who I am. I was here last week. I'm Donna Reed and I am one of the admin for the Butterfly Wishes. So we are the team behind the scenes that connect all the families and the photographers and do all the social media and do all the insurance and the admin side of things. So that's me and our guest today. Marta, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
So hi guys, I'm Marta. I live in Edinburgh in Scotland and I'm Polish. I've been living here since 7 years almost. And I do my photography since I would say 2 years on and off. So it's been a great journey and yeah, I'm so very excited to be here.
Just do us a favor, Marta, cover that microphone again because you've got the wind picking up on the microphone.
Okay,
yeah, that's
sorry
better.
about that.
That's perfect. We just want to keep rid of that window because you show us the view of where you are today, Marta. You've got the most amazing view opposite you. So show us everybody where you are. I mean, look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? How pretty, lovely. Slightly jealous, but it does look really cold, so I'm not jealous of that. It's like really windswept. Yeah. So so tell us a little bit about, are you married? Have you got kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are I would say mixed family.
Okay.
My husband is Italian and my kids are half Polish, half Italian.
Fabulous.
So we are a bilingual, trilingual, I would say, family.
Wow.
So we speak all 3 languages home. So
that's amazing.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I would say it's easier for me because I can speak all 3 of those, but my husband cannot speak Polish really. And he does understand, but we mostly home we speak Italian and English.
Yeah.
But my kids, my boys, they are 6 and 4-year-old and they speak all 3 languages.
That's amazing that they speak that. That is so amazing. I'm really jealous of kids that I see speaking different languages. I always think like, oh, I wish my kids were like multilingual, but unfortunately I only know one language. So it's not really, it's, you know, when they're in that environment, it's so easy for them to learn, isn't it? And just pick it up. They're like little sponges, but when they're not about it, it's not so easy. Yeah. So tell us, how did you get into photography? So you said you've been doing this about 2 years. How did you get into it?
So it was actually my friend who asked me to take pictures of her while she was pregnant. She couldn't afford a photographer. She just didn't want to pay for it. And she was like, oh, Marta, I know you have an eye. So could you just take a couple of photos of myself? And I said, of course I can. I mean, I love it. Yeah. And after I've taken this couple of photos, I would say I fell in love with one of them. And there is a photo, maybe if I find it after, I will show you, that I always say that this photo made me a photographer. Yeah. Okay. It was just playing with shadows and with all this beautiful light, and it was taken just with a kit camera and was edited in iPhoto. Brilliant. So it was nothing fancy at all. Yeah. But then after that, another friend saw my photos and she asked me, okay, Marta, I mean, I saw Angela's photos. Can you take photos of me? I'm pregnant too. And I said, yeah, sure. And I took another photos, and then I fell in love even more with photography. And I said, okay, I really enjoy that. I really love it. So why can't I just try it? And yeah, and my journey was like, I wanted to try everything to know what I like the most. So I did some home studio photography, newborns, families. And then I found what I really loved. So I love emotion. I love feelings. I love laugh. I love even sadness. I love the true feeling. So when I look at my photos, and I want people, when they look at my photos, they want to feel it, not only say it. Yeah. So I love couples photography, I think the most. families.
Yeah.
That's what I do the most. Couples photography, the feelings between people, the look, how they look at each other.
Yeah.
That really brings me all the feels, and
I understand.
and then often brings tears to my clients. You know, the happiness tears.
Yeah.
So it's even better.
That's amazing. So so then that leads us into our next question. So what is this style of photography, this genre of photography that you are so in love with and that you're so passionate? You say couples, and so I'm assuming you kind of do like weddings and maybe maternity.
Yes. So I would say I do people.
Yeah.
So I do people. So whatever people are there, and I love to take photos of them. I do weddings. I do couples, engagements. I do families.
Yeah.
I do newborns, but the lifestyle newborns. So
Yeah.
more home or even fresh 24, fresh
Yes.
48. So it's a style of photography that you come to the hospital now in COVID time. You can't really do that, but still that's my style of photography. Very lifestyle, very into a feeling, into emotion, and I found the photo which made me a photographer. If you guys want to see, I will show you just on the.
Yeah, I would love to see. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, and
So
I can
this is
see
the
why.
photo.
Yeah.
So this is the photo taken just home against the window. There was no fancy lighting, nothing, just the camera and me and my friend.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? I think like a lot of people get really hung up. I mean, we are all professional photographers and we do all have, you know, professional equipment, but that's to take good photographs. It is about your eye and it's about the light and it's not about the gear. It's not about, you know, you can go out with your phone and you can get, you know, granted they're not going to be technically, you know, you're not going to be able to blow them up on the side of a bus or anything like that, but you can get some amazing photographs, and it's about capturing that moment rather than, you know, being all fancy and getting you know, having to perfect everything and get it down to a T. But sometimes that's just perfect. I love it.
So I mean, I think the worst thing people say and always like your camera takes such a beautiful photos, which I think every single
one of my really big pet
photographer hears that, which is like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's an assault, but it's something nobody wants to hear, because you know, I can take a beautiful picture with my iPhone. You can take it with your iPhone, but why my pictures are a bit better than yours? And you don't need a fancy thing, fancy camera. We as a photographers, we do have it only because we want to give our clients the best
exactly.
quality of the photos.
Yeah.
So they can print it in you know, in all your walls if you want to.
That's
but it's a feeling. I think it's a connection with the clients. It's like how you see them with your eyes. I don't know if you have the same, but I see the people and I see what I want to see between them. So regardless if it's you know, couple been married for 60 years, like I had this photo shoot on the diamond wedding anniversary and they were so lovely together, or the couple who've been together just a year. It's the same. It's a different connection, but it's still the connection I want to show on the photos, and I want them to remember that.
It's storytelling,
and, you know,
isn't it?
Like, and every single, I feel like every single relationship, they have a, you know, we all have a struggle. So when you come for the photo shoot with me, I want you to show the feeling, and I want you in these bad moments when you, I don't know, argue, have a bad days, look at those pictures and be like, okay, I really love you. Maybe in this moment I don't like you so much, but I do love you. And that's what I think my photography want to be about. About the feelings, about the feeling in this moment, kind of pause it, and then have it for later in the moments, in the bad moments, you know,
look back and relive over those amazing moments. Yeah, those connections. That's really beautiful. That's lovely. That's awesome. So so you've told us about your business and you've told us about your photography, and you've clearly shown us why you're so passionate and where that passion comes from. I think that's really beautiful. So tell us, why did you want to volunteer for the charity? What made you decide to become a volunteer for the butterflies?
So I've been thinking about it quite long. So like I love to give. Like, it makes me feel good. Like, I want to help people and I want to give. And my photography, I am quite bad in this business in the way that, you know, like, I didn't want to give to people so much. And some people, you know, I don't want people, because they don't have money or because they struggle financially, don't have these memories. So I felt that people who have a needs, or who have a, I don't know, sick child, or, you know, they even more than anyone else should have a pictures taken of them. Yeah. And it's been like, I've been thinking so long, only because I didn't know, me having a kids, if I can look at the people who have a sick child, how much I will be aching inside. Yeah. Because I am quite emotional. I cannot just go, okay, it's a job and I do it. I will be feeling it as well. Yeah. But then it's been amazing, because maybe I felt like, okay, I will be assigned to things and I will have to do it. And now, since I'm there in the network, I see it's totally different, that, you know, they request, and, you know, if I see it, if I feel it, I will do it. If I maybe don't feel it, which, you know, I will be like, oh, I'm sorry, but I can't. Yeah. So that's kind of things that that was surprising from the, maybe that's a tip for the new people. Yeah, absolutely. Wanting or thinking about it. And I feel like I know I want to help, and know I can help, and I know, because of what I've got, I can be in use for somebody else, or like I can give something, and it really makes me feel good. So, you know, as much as maybe that sounds bad, I did it for myself more for anyone else, because I want to feel good with myself, and I want to, you know, in Polish we say this thing, which maybe I would translate it, but in English it's like, you are worth as much as you give, you can give yourself to others. So, you know, my worth will be about me giving things to others and giving myself. Yeah. And this is just beautiful. What are you guys doing?
I think it's lovely, and we appreciate all of our volunteers. You know, we have an amazing network all across the UK. We have now over 350 volunteers on our map, which is brilliant. And it, you know, we do struggle sometimes to cover sessions. There are areas of the country that we do lack photographers in, but hopefully, you know, we're going to do these lives, we're going to reach more people, we're going to get our name out there further, and, you know, we can fill the gaps in those areas, because we know there are photographers there. You know, with a quick search of Google and we can find out that there are photographers there. It's just making sure that they're aware of us, and that, you know, that they can come to us. So what is your top tip for any new volunteer that's thinking about signing up with us, but they're still sitting on the fence? What are you going to say to them to swing them, to get them to come to our side of the fence?
That's what I said before. Like, don't be worried. Like, just sign in, and if you don't feel like to do a session, you don't have to. So it's something like, if you feel in this moment that you can and you are able to help people, you will. But there is no pressure whatsoever that you have to do that things. It's not like a job that, okay, you are assigned and you have to do it, because I think everyone understands the different feelings you might have. And what I wanted to say, like, here in Scotland, I feel like there is not so many people asking about the volunteer, like, not so many families, because I have been, you know, I still haven't done any shoot, but yeah, I really want to. I want to help, and I want to. So if there's anyone listening in Scotland, and maybe we know somebody who's in need, or who would like to capture these moments, or maybe doesn't have so much time, you know, just feel free to contact Butterflies. And we are here and we are waiting photographers. We are very,
I think you know, obviously COVID's had a big impact on what we can do and what we can't do. And I think a lot of our all of our families, their children are high risk. So there is an element of, you know, that them wanting to protect them, and obviously us wanting to protect them as well. We took a stance last year when essentially at some points we could have still been doing sessions, but we just said no. You know, like I said, all of the kids are high risk. We don't want that on our conscience, you know. So now, though, with the vaccines in place and you know, the things starting to get back to normal, and we are starting to get more requests in. So yeah, if you do know a family that have got a child with a life limiting or a life threatening illness, and you think they would love some professional family photographs done, you can pop along to our website. We have an application form on our website, and we have loads of questions and answers on there. There's a whole FAQ on there, so you can ask any, you know, we can answer any questions that you may have. And I will put the link in the comments so that if anyone wants to go and check it out, they can. But yeah, I mean, like, if you know anyone, tell them about us, get our name out there, and really start to try and get more reach to more families.
So, you know, like before I sign up, I kind of didn't mention that, but I've done one photo shoot which the boy passed away, and it was during the lockdown. So I know that the kids are in the high risk and everything. I am mostly outdoor photographer, and when the lockdown came, I've done a couple of these, you know, step outdoor, yeah, you know, on your doorstep photo shoots. And there was one family, they had the twins, and one of the twins had like a very severe epilepsy. He shouldn't live long. He lived to his first birthday, I think. And I've taken these photos when they were maybe 4 months old, 3-4 months old. And now I look at those photos and I know that he's in heaven, the boy, he's in heaven. And I know his mom having those photos, it makes her just feel, you know, all the feels that he was there. And
yeah.
really
I
don't even know how to say, like, it's, I see this photo with her holding him with the tubes and, you know, with the oxygen and everything. And it just makes my heart happy that she's got this memory, not only the selfies on the phone.
Yeah.
She's got this beautiful photo which she can put on her wall, and it was a lifestyle photo. It was just in the garden. It was I was far away. So I think, you know, some people with the, you know, ill children, they might feel that we will be very close, but we don't have to be close. We can be very far away and we can still take beautiful photos. Like my style of photography, is this way, that I don't have to come close. I will be saying, you know, I will be advising what to do, but, you know, there are studio photos that you have to come close, but they are also the lifestyle and outdoor photos which we don't have to be close. So if the people are a bit afraid, maybe it's just good to ask and say that, okay, we don't want any photographer to be close to us because we are, you know, we don't feel comfortable with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of solutions, isn't there? There are lots of workarounds to problems, and we do have, you know, like, whilst we can do studio sessions now, if that is a concern to families, then they can, on our application form, just say, do you have any special requests as to where you would prefer to have your session? Because we do appreciate that some families can't come to a studio, they can't come to a nice park, you know, their child may not be able to leave the home, and we will come to you. So there are options available, and, you know, it's yeah, it's really worth coming and checking out our website and having a look at, you know, the FAQs and seeing what other people, we've tried to put a really collective FAQ together of all the questions that people have really asked us over the years. And yeah, so if you do have any more questions, you can email them and we will add them to our FAQs. Quite happily, I can do that. But so, Marta, we're going to sign off now. We're going to love you and leave you and let you go and get in the warm, because it looks pretty cold where you are. But thank you so much for today. It's been amazing to meet you, and we hope you will have your first session very soon, with things getting back to normal. Fingers crossed that we'll be able to give you some work. Well, I wouldn't say work, but, you know, we don't want to call it work, but give you something to do very soon. So thank you very much, and thank you everybody for watching, and we shall see you all next week for our next live. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, and thank you, girls, for doing all this amazing work. It's really good.
Thank you. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.